Hey everyone, and welcome to this month's Healer Archetype forecast brought to you by Official Coupling and the Cowry channel. I shall be your host today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. My name is Tamana. I'll be your reader for today. I've been divining for over 14 plus years. I also travel other schools of thought, including Tantra, to bring a wealth of knowledge to your reading. These readings are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. And so for you, healer, you have blessings. Blessings also coming from the ancestors, and they're pretty much guaranteed. So all you got to do is just sit there and look pretty or handsome, rather. And the blessings are going to come. They're going to come guaranteed. The only thing is, do we want the Ruth's Chris version or do we want the McDonald's version? So in order to get the Ruth's Chris version, we're going to have to do a little bit of work. But either way, it is coming. Your first proverb is consult with elders for guidance, and family discrepancies over property may arise. And it also talks about head rogations. So I want to go ahead and update that. It talks about guidance from the elders, family discrepancies. Discrepancies over property. I'll update that. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? But before we do, we got to go to a commercial break. All right. Let me turn on the healer. Activate the healer. I'm just joking. Okay, so for you, healer, like I said, consult with your elders for the guidance, family discrepancies over property and head rogations. I'll go all into all of that and recommendations toward the end. I just want to get into it. So like I said, these readings are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. So there's two archetypes that are speaking the strongest. One is a Jonle. A Jonle is like, a Jonle is when all the Orishas are speaking in Obatala. Obatala is the head of the Orisha. So when he is speaking, he's mainly talking about boundaries, depression. Not all the time, but it's just a general, like boundaries, strengthening your boundaries, becoming emotional, too depressed, things like that. A little bit of ancestors, more so guardian spirits, like guardian angels, guardian spirits, healing spirits, things like that. But it does talk about it a little bit. So let's get into it and see what pertains to you. So, like I said, my style is that I like to go line for line and see which one pertains to you. If it does, then you'll hear me say something. If not, then you'll just continue to see me through this. Okay. Okay. Again, I already said it. It said this is the head of Odus. So Batala is like the chief. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't rush into things. He's very experienced, very much ego archetype. That means can see the long-term visions and the steps that need to be taken, all the way deductive from the future back to the present and what needs to be done in order to achieve that future goal. Is also good at learning how to bend and mold in order to manifest that goal because everything is constantly changing. The only thing in this universe that you can guarantee is change. So, um, okay, so let's do that. A lot of this is not pertaining to you. If you live where there's rats and possums, that's Obatala's totem, animal totem right now. So don't kill any rats or possums that you see around you or at your house. That does include armadillos. And what is the other one? Rats, possums, armadillos. There's one more. It'll come to me. It talks about having to fight with people on the outside and inside of your home who don't want to give you credit. Olofia wants you to be patient. She said the reward for patience is more patience. It's a long road to Abatala's house. That's what that means. When it says it's a long road to Abatala's house, it's talking about patience. The reward for patience is more patience. So right now you shouldn't eat any corn. Technically, we shouldn't eat corn anyway because I'm about to tell you why. Or why I don't eat corn. How about that? Corn takes over 140,000 enzymes to digest. It is one of the foods that take so much enzymes to digest. So if you're trying to build muscle or fight an infection or manifest something, use your energy for something else. Wouldn't it be better served to eat things that will take less energy to digest than corn? Corn is one of the highest things that we can eat that is not quote unquote natural. Like, you see it growing up from the ground and you see, okay, that's corn versus something like, okay, let's take this process, add this, mix that, wait the time temperature, bring it down, take the pH out and give it to you. Okay, that's it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about natural stuff. It's one of the highest natural foods where it takes so much enzymes to digest. So right now, corn is a no-no for you for the next 14 days, along with grains and white beans. So that means like pasta, rice. You can eat potatoes. Don't count your dreams or your blessings or you will lose your grace. What does that mean? Be careful of stomach colics, gripes, chills, stiffening of joints. Okay, so I'll cover that toward the end. Don't count your dreams or blessings. Write that down. So, like I said, these things are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. So, if it's not in your space now, it could be in your space, could be coming into your space, or you could have just got finished getting over what's in your space. And you'd be like, okay. But these are general readings. You owe your guardian spirit something. You need to pay up so things will go well. And you can speak with your spiritual profession, whoever you go to see exactly, like, guardian spirit is an ancestor, or is it just like someone who is elected to be your guardian spirits, because it could be either or, right? I didn't know if you knew that. Don't wish bad things on people or be mean or snobbish. Healer, I mean, what is going on with that? Calm that down. Can't be in the sun a lot. Be careful of sun exposure or sun overexposure. You shouldn't be in the rain a lot either these next 14 days. Talks about dreams of richness and wealth. Okay, if you are already a priestess, you should put a parrot feather on your Obatala. Okay, so if you need some help with this, just DM me, because this is not the forum to go all into what is Obatala here, and here, because each ray of sun has its own version of what is quote unquote Obatala. But I'm not going to go into that here. You can either DM me or you can Google it or speak to your spiritual professional, because yeah. Okay, it talks about being anxious. There's a family person. Never mind, that doesn't pertain to you. Okay. Hard liquor right now is not your friend. It talks about okay, that doesn't pertain to you. Okay, so that's Obatala. Just checking to make sure that okay. The head carries the body. And then you have Arosa. I like Arosa. Arosa deals with the subconscious mind. He deals with everything that is subconscious, deep thoughts, suppressed emotions, super subconscious, our automatic programming that we do. So if I say tie a shoe, you just go down and you tie your shoe. Why? Because you tied your shoe so many times that it's programmed in your mind. Like the dendrite patterns have been formed to where they just do it, and you can now focus on other things in your conscious mind, but the program is still tying your shoe, if that makes sense. So the proverb for that is, no one knows what lies at the bottom of the sea, or the bottom of the ocean, rather. So let's get into it. So again, these readings are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. It talks about some woman who's very nosy, misgiving around you. Knows everybody's information, doesn't do favors for anyone. Don't pay attention to her at all. Even though she really don't like you, she really doesn't have any power. It talks about stomach issues and setbacks. Are you taking care of yourself? Talks about some great depression inside that makes it a disadvantage for people to treat you well. Make sure you're taking care of your eyes. You're respecting your eyes. Always. You do good deeds, but you must strengthen your luck, because if you try to do them alone, you will destroy yourself. Through your dreams, things will come to you. So things are like dream journals, very Obatala, very deep thoughts you're thinking about lately, or have been, or will be, like, the thoughts where you can just go on and on, like, where are we at in the universe? How deep does this go? Really, what is a quark really? How does that fit into, like, deep thoughts? Very early in life, you will have clarity and see what you want. There's a sick person in your family. Only through you will they get well. If you have any trips coming to the country, or you may have another one coming, just handle your business. Don't stay long. Just handle your business. Come home. Make sure you're paying attention to your dreams. So that is dream journaling. So you need to have some paper or okay, paper or I'm just asking. Some things came up. Paper and journaling right when you wake up. Okay, you said no, so never mind. So it also here talking about is a higher spiritual profession. Like you should be a priest or priestess. But I don't know if you heard this or not, but it's more so like, yeah, you probably already know that and you probably already been told that. However, just know that when it's your time, everything will fall into place. Don't force it. Don't let anyone else force it for you. Um, because it talks about when it's not time that it will be challenging for you, but when it is time, the roads will open up very smoothly and you'll just walk in with ease. Talks about someone who makes believe they're interested in your well-being, but this is the contrary. Talks about something covered up in your house. The Risha, they don't like how your lifestyle is. They want some changes. Talks about acquiring goods in another country. Again, these are general readings. So if you want a more personalized reading, you can DM me or you can go to my Etsy shop with all the information listed below. Also, if you like it, share it with somebody. Encourage each other. Teamwork makes the dream work. We are all in this together. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. If there's something you want to see or improve, then let me know. But definitely like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Okay. Talks about fighting in the house, like fighting, lots of fighting, losing fights, and because of bottles or something like that. This person, again, initiation. Like you are definitely like you came here. That's you. That is on your path. Higher spiritual calling, a higher spiritual profession. Okay. When you do get there and make sure you take good care of Alegba, Yewa, and Yemoja. Now, Alegba is like the road opener. So, Hermes, the guy who opens the doorway, the gatekeeper, that's Eshu. Eshu's colors are black and red. He's very childlike and mundane. So he likes things like parties, drinking, and stuff. But, it can be a little bit overindulgent because it is childlike and children don't have any boundaries. But it does bring the fun and the spice of life. But with that energy, it can be overkill. But that's not the only thing he does. He does do the mundane things, which brings the spice of life, but he's also the road opener. He takes the messages. So anyone you want to go to, take it to him, give him his offering, and he'll take it. He has access to all of the Orisha. And then Yemoja is the mother. So he's dealing with mothers, motherly energy, and emotional mother, the sea, um, mermaids, saltwater, brine, primordial. That's her realm. If you would looking at the Egypt pantheon, it would be Isis. Hera, that is Yemoja. Okay, that's it. So let's recap. Okay, we got that. You can see. Let me hide some of this. Actually, I like that. Okay, so as you can see, you got blessings coming from the ancestors, but they want you to make sure that you're consulting for guidance, like you're not making decisions on your own. And it also talks about family discrepancies over property. So you guys could, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of people moving, selling their house, things of that nature. So there's a lot of movement. It's talking about issues with property. And also talks about rogations. So rogations are like head feedings, head cleanings. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you can DM me and I can give you a couple places, a couple botanicals that offer head rogations, head cleanings. If you have someone you go to who does Reiki or different types of modalities in order to clean the head space, that is what you need. So that's what it is talking about. You shouldn't eat corn. I already talked about corn. It has a lot of high enzymes to digest corn, and you need your enzymes right now. No grains, no white rice, no beans. Don't count your dreams or your blessings. And that's talking about, like, say for example, you have a business and you're going for a government contract, and a government contract's like $350K, and you're like, yo, it's about to be all the way live. I'm about to get my car. I'm about to do it. And the contract comes back and it actually only ends up being 150. Now you told everybody like, yo, I'm about to do this. It's big. And then you don't brag. And then now you kind of got to retract because, the contract barely covers costs. So that's what it's talking about. Losing your grace, like assuming this and it being something else. And now you have to, like, you're being embarrassed. And now you have to humble yourself and be, losing your grace. So it also talks about owing your guardian spirit something. So whatever that means to you. Again, this is a general reading. If you do want a personal reading, you can DM me or find me on my Etsy. But if you do have a relation with your guardian spirit, please, whatever you promise, whether big or small, please pay up, because it does matter. It really does. And no hard liquor at this time. There is no other recommendations, but no hard liquor. That includes brown and white. So it's probably best that I said this after the 4th. Don't want to be a killjoy. So consider that a blessing that a family situation came up and I couldn't do it yesterday. So I hope this was helpful. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you like it. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Either way, take care. I will see you next month for the next month, his healer archetype forecast reading. Bye.